This video is sponsored by Guapku. If you're looking for a reliable modded GTA account for PS4, Xbox One, or PC, then this is the place to go. Their link is in the description below. So the Cayo Perico Heist got nerfed again with this new update that just came out. Basically, the main change that was made is that enemies can now discover the dead bodies of guards that you have taken out. So there's a few pretty big YouTubers that have made videos covering this. Basically, from what I've seen, the main type of advice they seem to be giving is they're telling you what path to go and which enemies to take out so that you won't get detected. They tell you which guards you can kill where their body will not be discovered. But a method that I posted ages ago, I don't know when it was, I think it was probably a year ago, maybe more. I posted a video showing a really quick route of how to get across the compound, and I reckon that's definitely the best way to get around this. There are still 2 guards that you have to kill, but based off where they are, they're not going to get discovered by anybody. So for those who haven't seen that video, I'll just show you it again now. But before we get into that, another change they made is that they added hidden caches that you can find. So if you look on the map of the island, there'll be 2 light grey circles. If you go to there and hold LT, you can use the metal detector and find it. So they're reasonably easy to find, you just have to figure out what direction to go in and keep going until you find it. Now from each of these you get 15 grand, so this means you're getting an extra 30k on the scope out mission. This isn't all that much money, but it just contributes to the profit you make from the heist overall. But it's up to you, a lot of people probably wouldn't bother with this, and if I was playing the heist for myself, I wouldn't do these, I'm only doing it to show you. But for people who are wanting the extra 30k, there you go, you can get it like that. Also, while I'm making a video on this heist, I may as well include these 2 additional tips for efficiency. You want to make sure and set your spawn location to your cassette cut. That means you can just find a new invite-only session and teleport right back there without having to travel back each time. So there are 2 times you can do this. The first one is on the scope out mission after you've discovered what the main target is. You can just find a new session and click invite-only session. It'll take about 5-10 seconds to load you into one, and it'll spawn you in your submarine and you can get on with the next one. Another time is if you're doing the safe code mission at the casino. A lot you'll probably know that once you get the code, you don't have to return it to the cassette cut. The mission just ends when you're at the casino once you've got the codes. So at that point, you can also just find a new session and get back to your submarine way quicker than you could any other way. Also, if you enter the casino through this door on the roof, it'll put you straight to where you need to be. This skips out the whole bit of having to go into the casino through the main entrance and go down to the garage, find the guy's car, and find the thing in the trunk that you need to get, and then go up. So this door doesn't show up on the map, so a lot of people probably don't even know you can do this, but it's easy to find. Pretty much every time you'll be in your Sparrow anyway, as you use that to exit your submarine, so you can just land that on the helipad and jump down to the door below. This just cuts out a minute or 2 of additional gameplay that you would otherwise have to do. So yeah, once you've still got the safe code, it still tells you to exit the penthouse, and then exit the casino, and then lose the cops. And after you've done all that, then it comes up saying mission completed. Also for the mission where you steal your weapon loadout, more often than not you get the one where you have to follow the Valkyrie halfway across the map. So when you get this mission, I recommend just getting in your Sparrow and exiting your submarine, and then just request your personal Hydra and fly to it and get in that. Using the jet makes it so much easier to follow the Valkyrie, and when you get there you just have to kill a bunch of Merryweather anyway, so you can just use the jet to bomb the entire area that they're in and kill most of them, and then you can just jump out and finish them off and complete the rest of it that way. And then after you've got the weapons, just return your submarine to storage and request it again, then it'll just spawn it close to you. And also the approach vehicles mission where you go into the submarine, I recommend doing that one last because you need to fast travel to the top of the map for it. And if you do this before the other setup missions, then it just means you've got to go back down to the city again to do them. Thanks for not killing me, mate. And then you always just get your dinghy and use that to get back. The helicopters never actually kill you, they just sit there. They're just chilling, they ain't even doing anything. So the main change they made is that enemies can now discover dead bodies of other guards that you've killed, and this will raise the alarm and get you caught. As well, if you take out an enemy too noisily and a guard is too close by, he will hear it. So I'm going to show you a bunch of examples of me getting caught by these 2 ways. So with the method I'm going to show you, there's only 2 enemies you need to kill, and their bodies will not get seen by anyone because no other enemies walk across that way. But from my experience, the main way you get caught is by making too much noise killing an enemy. So if the guy screams, or if you use multiple bullets, or if bullets hit off walls or anything like that, the enemies are obviously sensitive to sound now, and if you make too much noise, then they do get alerted. So you can take these 2 guards out safely, you just need to be quick and quiet with it. So those of you who saw my previous video will probably know how this goes, but you just turn around and go the opposite direction from where you start out facing. So you just want to make your way up onto this roof and follow the same path I take. You can use this beam to get across this gap and climb the wall, and then the first guard that you have to kill is the one just ahead of you. So like I said, just take him out as quietly as you can. And then the second enemy that you have to kill is just up these steps. There is a third optional enemy that you don't have to kill, but it does make it easier for you if you do. So keep watching for that, I'll cover that in a few minutes. But for now, I'm just going to show you some examples of how I got caught. So in none of these cases did I actually get seen by an enemy, nor did a dead body of a guard get discovered by another one. Every time I got caught here, it was because of the sound of me killing an enemy, and there was another guard nearby who heard it. So this is definitely the main way you get caught, rather than bodies getting discovered. So on this one with the assault shotgun, the bullet that hit the wall, I'm pretty sure that's what gave me away. But this time I just shot him with one bullet in the head and it didn't get me caught. So you can take both these guards out, you just have to be careful with it. So for this guy, although I did just shoot him once in the head and it was a pretty silent takedown, as you can see there was another enemy pretty much exactly where he was on the map, but he was outside and a level below. But like I say, they can obviously still hear things like that from distances like that. So you do have to make sure there aren't any enemies directly too close to the enemy that you're about to kill. So for the fingerprint hack, you just want to set each one to the top one and just incrementally do one more press each time. So for the second one down, you just press it once beyond the first one. The second one, you do it twice beyond that. For the third one, you press it 3 times after the first one, and so on until you get it all right. Usually it'll be done when you're like only about halfway down anyway. You usually don't have to do the whole thing. Now sometimes when you come out, the juggernaut will be in your way, but you don't need to kill him. You just need to wait until he goes away. And this other guy you can kill if you want, but you don't really need to. You just need to make sure he doesn't see you. So some other people have been uploading different methods of this, but they usually tell you to take a much more risky route, and one video in particular that I remember seeing told you to kill the juggernaut guy. Now he may be right, you may be able to successfully take the juggernaut out this way and in a place where his body won't get discovered, but if you do it my way, you don't need to kill him at all. It pretty much completely avoids all the enemies apart from the 2 that you need to kill. Taking out the juggernaut's a pretty big risk, it takes longer, and I don't recommend doing it. As you can see, this is what happened when I tried to kill the juggernaut. It didn't go very well, so I would recommend avoiding trying to kill him altogether. It's more hassle than it's worth, you're best just avoiding him. So when you get down to the bottom of the stairs, just wait till the juggernaut's away, and then this other guy, just wait till he goes into this little area on the left, and then you can just go past him and climb the wall and go up the stairs. And I would just go down into this corner and wait. You want to wait for that guy to turn around and go away, and then wait for the other guard to get out of the sight of the other one, and then take the guy on the left out first, and then the guy on the right. And then just climb the wall and exit the compound. Okay, I just died for 0 reason then. Perfect. Yeah, thanks, Pavel, mate. For fuck's sake. Fuck me. It's done that thing again. Has anyone else had that where the controller just goes completely unresponsive? Because me and my mate James have both had that multiple times. Like, no buttons on the controller are doing anything. It's fucking mad, man. It's stupid as fuck, honestly. But yeah, the controller just goes completely unresponsive, and the game is still, like, running, but you can't move or do anything. There's obviously some glitch that's come out with this new update. So yeah, it's a clear pattern that every time you take this guy out, no matter how silently, if there's another enemy nearby, he will hear it. So this will always either be the juggernaut or the other guy that I mentioned before, the optional guy that you can kill. So when he's in that enclosed area off to the left, you can kill him when he's in there and his body won't get seen. For the most part, I would recommend to take him out after you take the first guy out. It only takes a few extra seconds and it does make it a lot easier for you not having to worry about him hearing you kill the other guy. So with him dead and the juggernaut far enough away, you can safely take this other guy out. You don't even really need to be that quiet about it, no one's gonna hear it. So yeah, pretty much covered the entire compound bit now. So now we're gonna move on to the escape and what to do after you get outside. So there are 2 additional enemies that you have to kill. If you don't, they're guaranteed to discover other enemies that you need to kill. So firstly, just take this guy out and take his bike. You then want to head to the left over to the helicopter where there will be an enemy walking around on his own. So you can take him out while driving the bike, or if you want to play it safer, you can get off. This just means you can aim on him. Once you get him, just follow where I go, and on this road, there will be a jeep heading towards us. So I recommend just hiding in the trees and taking him by surprise. Then once you've killed him, you can basically just proceed like normal. You just want to head to the exit and take out these other 3 guards that'll be here. Because this first guy on his own is easy to kill, and then there's 2 facing each other that you need to take out quickly. And then just shoot this camera out and follow where I go. So when you get to the main dock, you want to take this camera and this guard out, and there's almost always loot inside this shack that they were in front of. So if you got enough loot from here and you want to leave, then just head up and take this guard out, and then take one of these boats, and you can make your escape easily. However, if your loot bag isn't full and you want more, you can head over to this other place to get more. So there's a couple more guards you need to take out, and then the loot inside here should get your bag full. I still recommend going back round and taking the boat that I just said. I wouldn't try and take the main one that it tells you to, because there are two guards that you'll get seen by, and it's risky trying to take them both out. It's much safer to just go and take this other boat, and you can avoid the blue cones and escape easily. So yeah, that's literally it. It's still very easy to complete. There's just some additional steps you've got to take to make sure you don't get caught. But this is the same method I've always used, so it doesn't change very much for me. There's just a couple extra guards you have to take out, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found this informative. Please leave a like if you did. I would appreciate that, as I spent a long time making this. And subscribe with notifications on if you're not already. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. 2 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe, and I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation.